Hey everybody, Mike from the Focus Garage coming at you. And in today's video, I'd like to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Softbrake. Now, you may have seen one of our other videos from Softbrake where we installed a rear license plate relocation bracket from them, but that is not what they're known for. What they're most known for is their brake lever relocation kit, which we will be installing in a future video. But in today's video, we're going to be checking out how to swap out your levers on your Harley Davidson touring bike. Now, you may be wondering, why do you want to do that? Is it just an aesthetic thing? And if you've ridden one of the newer bikes with the hydraulically operated clutch, you do know that feel is pretty vague. It's not easy to adjust these things. And depending on the size of your hand, it may be quite a reach to go ahead and grab that lever and pull it in. So I've gone and I've taken a picture of kind of this distance here between the grip and the stock clutch lever. And we're going to go ahead and replace it with the reduced reach lever here from Softbrake. Now, the beauty of this piece is it's going to make it a lot easier to modulate the clutch in low speed situations and just pretty much any time that you'd use the clutch. I want to give you a little bit of background on Softbrake before we get too far into this video. This is 100% made, designed, and produced in the USA. I've had the pleasure of speaking with the owner, Rick, back and forth a few times here. He's a great guy to work with. They do everything in the USA, and he's been in the business for 25 plus years. Many of the innovations that Softbrake makes have been copied by Harley Davidson due to how innovative the product is. So this guy, he makes absolutely phenomenal work. Everything is made of, great metal. We've got a whole box here of everything that we're going to be going through. We're going to show you how it all works. But first things first, we're going to hop into the clutch lever here and kind of show you what you're getting into to replace it. Now, we're going to be starting off with the clutch lever here. I do have the brake lever and the clutch lever, but we're going to start off with the clutch lever first just because of how simple it is. On this side, all you're going to need to do is worry about a snap ring. So when you look up underneath here, we've got one little snap ring. Give me 1 second here, I'll get some light in that for you. There we go. So you can see right up in there, we've got a snap ring. Now this is a pretty small hole for the snap ring. So if you don't have a set of snap ring pliers, what you can actually use to open this snap ring is simply a pocket knife. The hole inside of this is very small, and if you have a pocket knife that's got a fine tip on it, you can get in there and open that snap ring. So basically what you've got to do is you've just got to remove that snap ring and push this center pin out right here. Once you push the center pin out, the whole clutch lever will be able to be removed, and you can go ahead and swap in your changed reach clutch lever, which will bring the lever a little bit closer to you, allowing you to have better modulation of the clutch to make low speed maneuvers or any kind of maneuvers much easier to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swap over the lever and I'll show you the differences. Before I do that, I do want to show you one more time here. It's kind of a rough idea. So I've got my palm kind of centered right about here in the middle of my hand. I'm going to put that on the bar, and this is where the clutch reach is for me. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it. You can see it's kind of right about there, at right where my fingernail is on my pointer finger, and that's how far the clutch is. So we're going to switch it over, and I'll show you what the new reach looks like. So before we get into the installation, I've gone ahead and I've removed the stock clutch lever. It's literally as simple as just pulling off that snap ring, and then you can pop this pin out right here. Before you install this new lever on the motorcycle, go ahead and make sure that you lubricate this little bushing here with some general grease. That way everything can pivot smoothly. So you can see the lever from Softbrake is literally ready to go. It comes with the bushing installed. You simply reuse your pin and reuse your snap ring, and you'll slide it right on there onto the handlebars. What I do want to show you though is the difference between the two pieces. So if I line these up side by side here, the bend angle is different between these levers. So to get this part the same with that, it's going to be different obviously because the bend in this Softbrake lever is a different angle than the factory one. What this is going to do is it's going to bring the lever close to you without affecting the way your clutch is operated. So we're going to grease this up, we're going to throw it on, and we're going to show you how it's changed. And let me tell you, this is so simple. If I wasn't filming this, I could probably do this whole installation in like a minute or two. It's as simple as a snap ring and a little bit of grease and you are good to go. So let's swap it over and we'll show you what we're working with. For anybody interested in picking up this part, it will be linked in the description down below, but check out the part number right here. You can see that this is the way Softbrake labels all of their parts. Obviously SB will stand for Softbrake, RR is reduced reach clutch lever, 17 black. So 17 with the Milwaukee 8 is when they went to that hydraulically operated clutch. You can see you've got a little product description down here, 1-inch reduced reach with lever to fit the touring bikes. I've installed it right now, and here's what we've got. So obviously I switched to a black look, and we'll get this light out of the way here just so it doesn't blind you anymore. But we've switched to a black look here, which goes with the bike a lot better. And right away you can see, with my palm on the bar in the exact same place, you can see that inch. There was to the tip of my nail before with the other lever, and this one is much closer to me. The clutch will still actuate in the exact same way, but now I'm not outreached as far. So what that's gonna mean is when I'm riding, oh, and this feels absolutely amazing. When I'm riding, I'll be able to grab the clutch without having to outreach as far, and it's gonna engage no problem, just in the same way, and my hand's not gonna have to be reaching as far, any more strain on my palm, the tips of my fingers. It's gonna make it a lot easier to modulate everything on this bike without, you know, having to worry about adjusting a clutch or anything like that. Now, it is winter time right now at the moment of me filming this, so as much as I'd like to ride and show you some first impressions on it, that will be in a future video. But what I do want to show you again is just, it's so much easier to grab the clutch and pull it in. Again, same location here, center of my palm, and you can see right from here, it's so much more inwards. Everything fit perfectly. It was a very, very simple install just with a snap ring underneath. You know, you greased up the little pin through here and you're good to go. It's really that easy. I strongly recommend this lever to anybody who wants to upgrade the clutch feeling of your 2017 and newer touring Harley Davidson. This part is going to be super easy to install and it's going to transform the way your bike operates. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and flop over to the brake lever here. Same thing, same concept, although it's a little bit more complicated of an installation. Rather than just pulling the snap ring, you do have to actually release this whole housing from the handlebar here, but it's going to do the same thing. It's going to take this bar or this lever and it's going to bring it in closer to my hand so that way the engagement point is a little bit closer and not as straining on your wrist and your fingers and everything like that when you're pulling in the lever. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and drop a like down below on the video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and again, a huge shout out to Softbrake for sponsoring this part for me. We've got a partnership with them and there's going to be pretty much the full catalog of all of their parts going on this motorcycle, and we're going to be showing you why it's better than the stock pieces, how the thought went behind it and the way it's going to work, and we'll be showing you how to install it and just what makes it so great. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and I will catch you guys in the next video.